if humans weren't slaves, don't you think that we'd be able to, that all other races would be able to create at least one religion, own at least one media outlet, probably own one bank? Hell, looks like they don't even own any local stores for the most part. And if humans had freedom and weren't slaves, would one of those people be around us at all times, like interfering with our world? I notice that's just not just me, because my earliest memories, my best friend looked exactly the same as my girl's best friend. Both of them tried to come in between us dating other people, and now my girl is married to one of those lookalikes. Surprise, surprise! I'm so surprised that in their religions they actually celebrate yearly during Purim invading families and taking over bloodlines by doing that. I guess they figure if it works on kings, it works on peasants and stuff. And they seem not as kin to do that with people that they enslave and brought over here on boats and stuff to sell. They obviously don't like those people very much and just use them as weapons of war. But I think for the most other people, yeah, that's pretty interesting that they're right there in their lives as well. Like, that doesn't sound like any sort of freedom to me, does it? Does it to you? Freedom to have the choice to worship one of 23 religions or anti religions that one family runs. Freedom to choose where to shop from if it's all looking like it's owned by the same family, at least much of it. I mean, look, you got Amazon. Let's start there. There we go, Bezos. And media. Well, you got freedom of media. You're totally censored. Only you're being told you have freedom by their family member, Elon Musk. He's fighting the battle for you so you don't have to. When in reality, he's doing that because if no one ever fought that battle, then people might question why. Just like Hitler and Zelensky. Zelensky admitted he's part of the family, and Hitler obviously has no blonde hair and blue eyes. And neither did his pal Goggles. And guess who exactly they look like? That's right, the owners of the media, governments, and banks. And if you had choice to be a politician, would all the presidents have the same bloodline as well? I don't think so. Voting is a scam. Yeah, and that's why they have to have their brother Trump come tell you it's a scam. Because people would figure that out eventually. And then their brother Trump and their other brother Alex Jones, the world's largest media at the time, um, takes those people, rounds them up into a special little corner, and gets all their information, has them invade the Capitol, and then has their government start seizing weapons from those people and locking those people up. Yeah, that's what happens. They railroad you into a little corner, Elon Musk. And then if you actually participated in the Elon Musk thing and you weren't one of these overprivileged looking people, well, they don't look very overprivileged. They look as if God has actually stamped on their face and cursed them, which is weird because the religions they try to control, they, they do say that. They say some dude who looks like me did that to them. So, yeah. That sounds like freedom, doesn't it? To the freedom to choose from uh, a group of religions and anti-religions that one family allows you to choose from. The freedom to have Elon Musk stage and Trump stage things. That there is some opposition to their swamp. There's a reason why he calls it the swamp, because he knows who the swamp is, and he is the swamp. And calling it the swamp does absolutely nothing. They do this time and time again. And just like like back to Hitler. We got Hitler, we got Zelensky. Now they're using Zelensky to kill off the Ukrainians to invent Khazaria. USA government or Russia government working together to kill those people to build the next Israel. And Americans, they just sit there because, well, there is no Americans, right? Those people were killed by someone who goes around killing off people and taking over their nations. I wonder who's doing that across the world everywhere right now. Let me take a guess why Chris Columbus looked really mentally defunct. Looked like he got ran over by a truck, and not everyone's family gets to look so special like that, do they? Chris Columbus is a very special looking people. Elon Musk, Donald Trump has to have his children have plastic surgery like the Clintons did for certain reasons because even they can't stand the looks of their children. But more importantly, I think they're doing that because they know they're trying to hide, they're trying to defeat the curse and stuff that the game has applied to them. And that the God has applied to them. I'm pretty sure that's what that's all about. That's why they wanted to go online too, not only for the control, but now they can live behind fake pictures. Like, have you met some of their females recently from online? Okay, some of them don't look like the same people when you meet them. You can do that without plastic surgery these days. And yeah, so hey, you got lots of choices, and I don't even think you have the choice to prevent them from gang stalking you your entire life because I've asked for that. And still, when I go outside, just the other day, walked outside to the gas station on the corner, and one of them's right there acting like it's a homeless person trying to terrorize me and stuff. And then right a week before that, they had a homeless person like drug me and rob me, and then they had some high class people drug me and stuff. Super high class people take me to posh places and little rich private places and stuff like that, underground places as well. Also, both ends of the spectrum there. And yeah. Does it sound like anyone has a choice here? Does it sound like anyone's free? I don't think anyone really cares. It could be the curse of the NPC just not really wanting to be anything or go anywhere. And there's not too much wrong with that. But at the same time, you might have people who are in your family, from the little thing they're doing, the little Purim story of Esther ritual they're now doing on the peasants, because the peasants won't revolt if the peasants are all half of them. They found that out. If you're half the king, you can squash a rebellion, and if you're half the population, they're not even gonna rebel because they are. They're all overprivileged and stuff, except for I think they're still scared that the peasants are supposed to be slaves since they're not full, and they still might get in their mind to revolt. I've definitely talked to a few of them and stuff who actually came to help me at some events and stuff who said they were. So, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't sound very free to have to wake up one day and realize that you're like kind of being gang stalked your whole life. Well, you are. I mean, hell, me. That, I mean, it starts at your birth, right? Their little cult at their hospital. If you have the freedom to have your genitals mutilated by them in their pedophilia smorgasbord ritual. So yeah, I'd say that's far beyond gang stalking to have a hospital full of 200,000 cult members there to welcome you at birth by being pedophiles and savages, brutal, sick, sadistic savages. To the point that there's so many of them that it's just natural. It's not natural. They're people, what they're doing, whatever they are, they're not natural.